Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back to the Canyon. Welcome back to Wheelin' Wednesday. Welcome back to a day where I get to use one of my favorite words because we don't get to use it enough. Penultimate. It is the penultimate group in the finals. We look at Slot Machine and the group preparing to compete at Anomaly. We are at front 9 for the finals. This is Group 3, Zombie, Colonel Mustard, Diablo, and the Ghost Rover. We've got 2 full bodies. We've got 2 cabs. We have 0 platform commonality across the board. We almost did indeed have a full J-Concepts day, and we have 1.5 sets of holds. There are holds on the rear of Colonel Mustard, and there are holds all around on the Ghost Rover. So, we have a group raring and ready to go. We have a course somewhat less raring and ready to go because luckily there's only 2 weeks left. I am energy conserving by nature. And as such, I don't do what I'm supposed to do. I made little cradles like what you'd put billiard balls in, and each one of them holds 9 balls, and then you can stack another little top on top of it, and it'll hold 9 more, so you can hold all 18 balls from a 9-ball course. And it has a little handle, so you can carry it. And I'm still too lazy to do that, so I don't put them away. And here's what happens. Can you see this one right here? Do you see how he's sitting on top of his base? That is because the little neodymium magnets that I buy 100 at a time off of Amazon, if you leave them super glued into a golf ball and leave it out in the California sun for a year, the heat will get to a sufficient point that it can basically cook the magnet out of the magnet. So this guy right under here, he's in the shade pretty much all the time. That guy, solid. Also what happens is I made all of the bases by buying 4-foot long poplar dowels that I want to say were 1 3/4 inches, so around 40 millimeter. And I turned them into a cone shape. They have a framing nail down through the center of it, and that is what the magnet adheres to keep the ball on. What has happened is if any amount of moisture, from those rare moments when it rains, if any amount of moisture gets into and underneath the painted layer, and these, all of the base markers here, they are painted in yellow, green, and red, and all 3 colors are farm and implement paint, so it is very tough paint. If any amount of moisture gets inside, it just makes them come apart. So all of the paint starts to flake off, then the magnet loses magnetism. During the off season, which will begin in just like a week from today, a week after that, we move into the off season, and then I have to figure out what to use to replace the bases for 4 9-ball courses. It is 72 bases. And then I have to repair all the golf balls that the magnets have fallen out of. It's the usual type of thing. We also have to continue, I'm pointing behind me where you can't see. I have to continue course renovation over on Deadline. We got to take all of the easy mode spots out of it. We have some work need be done on Green Line. We don't have anything to do at Front 9. Front 9 is tough enough. So we're going to get to that, and then we'll do 1 more week of it, and we'll have the very final run group. We will crown a champion, a winner, and a champ of the whole thing. And I'll tell you right now, I mean, I don't like to put spoilers into the episodes, but Jake the Snake has effectively won Crawlympics. Like if we were going to place numeric scores on it, we have to wait until everybody runs to see what the final numeric scores are. I don't think anyone can beat him just because of what he did at Mavericks, Deadline, and Green Line. He had a rough day at the finals. Would everybody have loved to see Jake just string it together and have that immaculate run? Yeah. It felt a little bit like you went 17-0 in the regular season and lost in the first round of the playoffs against a team that went 9-7. That's an American football reference. So I think Jake did enough. Jake proved himself to be eminently capable. He needed no changes. He needed no repairs. He didn't need to go in any second chance runs. You know what I'm saying? Like, he was pretty sussed out from the beginning. So Zombie, Colonel Mustard, Diablo, and I'm a little concerned because Ghost Rover and Diablo are both long travel boys, and this is not a course particularly well suited to long travel. The 85 millimeter shock kind of shines out here at Front 9. We will indeed find out what comes of the day here very shortly as we line them up for the penultimate week of all of Crawlympics, which will have taken almost 9 months to complete. Ridiculous, I know. And we begin. The order on the cart was the order on the course. Zombie, Colonel Mustard up next. Zombie, a transfer from round 1 to round 2. I believe he did pretty good over at Green Line. I don't recall how he scored. I don't remember a lot of things. If I didn't eat the same thing for breakfast every day, ooh, I wouldn't remember what I ate for breakfast. And now I'm trying. Boy, that rolled far. 7. That rolled real far. We're going back on. And a 7 on the front is not necessarily okay. All right. Okay, all right. Luckily, he's a roll the wheels guy. Okay, we have to do this a little bit differently. He's not making the approach that others might. Get it down, get it down, get it down, get it down, get it. He's feeling super light in the nose. Don't do it, don't do it. Okay. He's really, okay, he's a light guy. He feels weightless out here. Also, I was trying to think who has run already, who hasn't run. He's got to be the only Class 1 guy out here. So he's carrying a torch here. Coming down this side. He's either going to kill here at 5 or it's going to kill him. Like, making it to the backside on a 14 isn't that bad. It just depends on what you do with the following gates. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I think he's got the clearance to get the clearance. Stay white side, stay white side. Oh no! Look at that. That was. This is not a game of inches, this is a game of millimeters, and he was millimeters away from that. 21. I've been told by a youth that the actual meme that I'm referencing is what's 9 plus 10. It doesn't matter, it's not 21 anymore, it's 28. Here's the thing. I think he is going to capably make it all the way through. He's just not going to look really very good doing it. There's a lot of unloading of the suspension at the front. It's feeling oversprung, oddly. He's never felt oversprung before. Boy, we've hit a lot, haven't we? He didn't hit it. He didn't hit it. That's like a mulligan. So get higher if you can. Get higher, baby. Nope. So yeah, he's on 35, but he was not going to take that 10. Man, it is just not, it's not the zombie's day. I'm having the best time driving through here because he gets himself into trouble and then he gets out of it. Oh, turn down. Oh no. Oh no. Was that me? We'll call it 50-50. So unlike the others where the score was questionable one way or the other, that feels like 45. Straight axles and class ones on a course built for sporties gets us a 52. Let's line it up. There was at least 2 gate strikes that should not have happened to him. He got really unlucky, both in the strike on being the first guy out on the course for the day. If we keep the throttle at almost 0, we may well get across this without the front end unloading. Okay. Passenger front's not touching the ground. I can't put any steering input into this without it falling. No. If I steer up, he's going to roll out. If I steer down, he's going to roll out. It's going to be a 59 for Zombie, which might be the worst score that we see. Opposite of a guy who strikes out a lot, Zombie came out today and hit everything. Definite difference in volume level, but just watching him roll onto the course, I'm like, oh my God, he sits so high. This is not a course for people who sit high. Colonel is another one of those guys that has undergone so many different tire choices. Like, we've tried so many tires. We will know, and he has dig. I remind you, dig. Is he the only guy today with dig? He is. Gotta remember, we can use that. Come in high. That was a drop. Real slow through. Ooh, that's gonna slide. That's not a make, is it? Like, I think you have to get your rear tires through the gate. So we have to come back around. Oh, he should have come for the entry that way. He looked a lot better. Right? The Colonel is a wild man. Stay in, stay. We're just going to take the 10 and we're going to move on. Because we could have attempted making 2 over and over again until it fully turned into insanity. Come on, Colonel. This is, we're having a moment. Like, I seem to remember he did pretty okay at green line. We need to change. Oh, that's way too slidey. 17. Yeah, he is. so flippy. Oh my goodness. Like that. We should not raise nose like that. He's got very nearly an acceptable level of drive. That dig was really nice. Man, this is tough. There are moments that feel so good, and then he just feels so oversprung. And did not, to my recollection, feel oversprung at green line at all. Oversprung, yes? Yes. Come on. I think the tires are close. I think hunk hold is still doing work. That's gonna transfer, set it down. We're getting over engagement by the rear right here. Any amount of throttle input just stands him up, and then we have to. Can you maneuver this? Can you maneuver this? Okay, all right. That's pretty much exactly what I wanted to happen. There we go, there we go. He's kind of a wild man. That's a reverse. That's 19. There's a reason that the AR45P is not one of my favorite axles. I understand that the 10 Pro Portal is basically the same axle. It behaves so differently that the 10 Pro Portal is one of my favorite axles, and there's a reason that in the fleet exist 2.5 sets of AR45Ps. I don't like them. 26. Oh, that really very nearly came back. Don't drop. $33. Now, just go ahead and come back down around. We'll try entering it again. Man, that rear end shoots skyward before you can even notice what's happening. Side hill, not like right there. Dig it back down. Boom, up again. Dig it back down. Any amount of load. I knew he could get there. I'm going to tell you right now, I can't get through 7. As soon as the load transfers back to that hold in the front, in the rear, it is out driving that hunk in the front by so much. No, he's going to end up in the bucket, and he's going to end up pulling a 10 on this. What did I say, 26? 33. It was not going to happen. The only score that was going to come through there was going to be bigger than a 7. And I don't want to sound like I'm talking too loud, but if I say that he's not going to make it, he's not going to make it. That fall away. That's technically a reverse. He was kind of upside down at the time. 42. I think he's hit everything on the backside. That's a fairly common thing, it would appear. Now, see, if he could keep that moderated. 49. Boy, we're seeing some big scores today. Let's lay it out like I think it's going to be. Ghost Rover, again, long travel. I don't know if he's going to do a whole ton. Oh, wait, no, we got Diablo. Ugh. I don't know if either of these guys are going to do a whole ton better. So we hope for the best. We prepare for the worst. As a group, unless somebody comes out here, gets real surprising, and throws down a real low number, we're definitely going to see the highest score as a total group. Because we already have, if memory serves, a 59 and a 49. These are ruptures, but this is also very heavy. I can feel the weight. A lot of that slide is not under my control. All right, use that weight. Use that weight. I would like to see just one guy today. And through. I would like to see just one guy not hit anything on the front side. Okay, he's not lifting nearly as much as I thought he would. Real dravs, real ruptures, squirt clings in there. Now see, the absolute opposite of the unload that we were getting on the kernel. You're gonna have to pull it up more. You're gonna have to pull it up more. There was just a momentary rollback there, which, I mean, we've had to set the white ball up on top because its magnet is cooked. He probably would have hit the white side before he hit the yellow side, so I think that one was going to be a strike one way or the other. Ooh. I'm playing with fire here. Let's take the 2. Okay, that's 9. Get this edge, get this edge. Pull the edge, please. A little bit of a 9 there, still coming in. Okay, Path of Insanity, trying to do the same thing, but this time it looks like it worked. Okay, we mauled the yellow side and didn't knock it off. Diablo is working towards another situation where we've never had it before, which is how many tries do you get before we consider you basically timed out on that gate? I'm serious. Seriously. You get one more and then you take the 7. This is the 4th try. Unprecedented, certainly. We've never seen anybody take 4 shots at a gate, fail all 4 times and not hit anything. The threats work. Sometimes threatening is what you need to do. You need to threaten someone into compliance. Yeah, I know there's all about nurturing. We don't nurture the rigs here, we threaten them. Because some get sent to live on a farm. Like literally, I assume some of the rigs that have left here live on farms now. So we're still at 9. Look at you, look at you, look at you. What are you doing? I'm talking to you. Ooh, you little, ooh. That was bold. That was real bold. $16. I was a little distracted by that squirrel, I'm not gonna lie. Okay, so we've hit white side with everyone. Why change now? 30? 9? 16? No, 23. 23. I almost boosted him there. Okay, you have a very heavy front end. Hold it down. I just saw the 30 coming. I could feel it. We're gonna go real high, and then what's gonna happen is that rear end is gonna flop on us. Or it isn't. Yeah, there we go. There we go. There we go. He is violently unpredictable. He's so unpredictable that you get in deep and then he's just gone. 37. There's about a 2% chance he doesn't end the day on 44. Okay, got through there. Got through there. Got through there. I said you got through there. And it's a 44. If the best run of 3 is a 44, we're having a tough day. Last man of the day. We'll see if the long travel is a help or a hindrance. Okay, so far he's feeling pretty good. If he can manage to keep his weight transfer to a minimum, and yes, I realize that's a Phoenix cab. Now, it's a Phoenix cab without the cage, so he looks heavier than he is. The only place the Phoenix body, cageless body, is going to work him against him on this course that I can see is 8. He's already clear of 2, is because his roof is so tall. He is straight axled, so he doesn't have a surplus of clearance. What we can try to do is he just going to claw his way up? Oh, it harkens back. It really does. When somebody asked, I think it was tusks versus holds, and I was like, that's an easy and obvious answer. It's tusks all day. And then we took this guy and we did a this or that tire test, and the holds were markedly better than the tusk on take the 2, take the 2, take the 2, take the 2. Because he is Obi-Wan right now. He is our only hope to make it through the front side without hitting a gate. We will consider a 2 on the front side an outright victory on the day. So we have 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's 35. He's already the lowest scoring. Here's the thing. Good thing it's cumulative and not by the day, because he could just bulldozer his way through the remaining gates and have the lowest score on the day. Get it. Get it. Get it. Okay, I'll be honest. I didn't think that was going to work. That shouldn't have worked. It is close company that has cleared 5. He's through 5 on a 2. Ghosty is putting up a run to be considered. Because I'm mentally working from a position of here's the maximum Ghosty putting on a show. Think back, ye loyal viewers of the Canyon of, why did I turn that way? Of the Canyon of Wheelin' Wednesdays, of It Came From the Workbench series, where he began in his form as Gate Rover before he became the Ghost Rover. Look at him now. Look at him now. Through 6 on a 2. So, I can't believe I just saw that. He had a full bind. Oh, that is a shame. He was doing some magician stuff. He had a full bind in 7, and it unloaded, and that wasn't what hit the gate. He got bound up again on that high rock. It was too straight of a line up through, but we don't have portals, so... Okay, we're gonna try something tall body related. Oh, he got it. 2 gates, and the 2 is 16 so far, which means, is that right? 7.2, 23? 23? If he hits the final gate, he's in 2nd place, or 3rd place. The Ghosty is my guy for this so far. He has had the run that surprised me the most, and something about the insert tire relationship here, something about how the hold is kind of slept on. If he hits this, he doesn't deserve it. What a guy. What a guy. And there you go. And there you have it. If my memory is correct, and it often is not, I want to say that it's a reverse Z formation. Ghost Rover with the top score, that being the lowest score, at a 16. I want to say it was a 59 for Zombie, a 49 for the Colonel. 44 is in my head for Diablo, and then a 16 for Ghost Rover. And I have to put it out like it is, okay? We've got an Amazon chassis under Zombie. We've got an Endura chassis under the Colonel. That is a UGRC Kleimenstein under Diablo, and I don't want to let her. That is my chassis and layout for the Ghost Rover. And I guess not surprisingly on some level, the Ghost Rover was the most pleasant one to drive by a wide margin. There were certainly, and also, the 2 gentlemen on the top are very skid forward. It did not help either of them today. All weaknesses will indeed come to light when we get into the finals. And boy, did they ever today. The driving experience got better successively with each one, and I think the score reflects that. Ghost Rover, there's 4 more to go. He might hold on, like it's going to be Lolo. Was it Lolo? Who ran the 14? No, Lolo had a 30. Who's in first place? Oh my God. If I had the sheet here in my hands, I could remember who ran that 14. Why can't I remember who ran the 14? I just know somebody ran a 14. Somebody's just pointing at the screen and yelling, "It was this guy!" As soon as I didn't bring the sheet because I stacked them in the order of running. As soon as I look at the sheet and said the shop, I'll be like, "Oh, right, they ran the 14. So I just know that in second place is Ghost Rover with a 16. And I'm trying to remember who's in the final group of the final. I know Eddie's in it, and I know Baseline is in it. And I don't think either of those are going to challenge a 16 or a 14 for that matter. But I can't remember who the other two are. So we'll find out together next week. Now I'm doing a little bit of math. 59 and 49 is 108, yes? Yes, it's 108. And if that is indeed a 44, that's 152. And then 16, 168. Coincidentally, the number of hours in a week. 168 for a group score is an average of 42, which is that right? 40, 80, 120? Yes, 42. Sometimes I do the math and then my brain goes, "You did it wrong." And I'm like, "Brain, you did the math." An average of 42, the life, the meaning of life, the universe, and everything, is not a great final score. At 7 points a gate, that means the average run hits 6 gates. So before the wind picks up and blows the camera over, I will take this opportunity to thank you so much for watching. Thank you for tuning in for all of the shenanigans of the canyon. Thank you, loyal select few. There's about 800 of you in the world that watch the Crawlympics and Wheelin' Wednesday. We get a couple more views here, and we get a couple of views here. It runs right about 800. It's a small group, but I love having you, and I keep doing it. We got one more week, and then we'll have to figure out how will we fill our Wednesdays. What will we do on our Wednesdays? And I have no idea. So, thank you so much. Tune in for the final of the finals, and then we'll sit back and we'll reminisce, and we'll think about how good and how poorly Riggs did. Remember way back to Deadline when Lord Pennaby with his body on made it 3 meters, I think, on the thing. Like, we had some really poor showings here, and yeah, then we'll move on to other things. So thank you for being here today. I look forward to seeing you then. In between now and that, then, please one and all do your very best. Have a good one, everybody. We'll see you again here from the canyon in hopefully relatively short order. And as for today, I bid you one and all a fond adieu.